welcome back to Matilda's Messes. And today I'm going to do something entirely different than I have been doing, just because I have the opportunity to do it. As you can see, I have separated my hair already. I'm going to do a hair tutorial on a typical mid-length 70s hairstyle. So let's get started. Here's a picture, a reference picture to what I'm attempting to do, but everybody's hair is different. Everybody's technicality skills are different, so if you don't get exactly like the picture that you're looking at, don't worry about it. You may end up with something better. Who knows? And in order to attempt that, I am going to use a 1-inch curling iron, and this one's just a regular Conair one that I bought from Sally Beauty Supply a long time ago, and it works just fine, and it has a little clamp. Also, you need hairspray. My favorite hairspray of all time is the L'Oreal Elnet Satin. So great for curls, so great if you want volume. I'm almost out of it, so I may switch to another hairspray that I bought recently, but if I had the choice, it would always be this one. So anybody who does vintage hairstyles loves this hairspray. It's moldable, but it has extreme hold. So it doesn't make your hair crispy, but it also holds it and keeps it from frizzing. Amazing. So this is only like $7 at like Walgreens. You can find it at Target. I've even seen it at Walmart, but it's fantastic. So, all right. So I already have my hair sectioned off. I have a small section underneath. You want to start whenever curling your hair. Whenever curling your hair, you want to start from the bottom up, never up, down. If you just learned how to do up, down, and that's your bread and butter, that's okay. But if you're first time learning how to curl your hair, please start bottom up. So you want to separate it, like I have here. You just use your fingers, or you can use a tease brush or comb. They usually have pointed tips like this. But I usually just use my fingers because this you don't have to be exact. And then I just clipped it up with this big clip here. And then you want to start curling the bottom. Now, all 70s hairstyles that I have seen, either curls flip away from the face and meet in the back, you know, going this way, or it flips up from the neck, flipping up towards the temple of your head, the top of your head, flips up towards the crown of your head. So what I'm doing today is going to flip up towards the crown of my head, and for these little side bangs, I'm going to flip out from the face. You'll see what I'm talking about. So you want to start off with small sections of your hair that you've already sectioned out and curl up. So I'm just taking the clamp of my curler and just going up with it. Now usually for 40s, 50s hairstyles, even 60s hairstyles, you want to flip down with your curls. But with 70s hairstyles, you want to flip up. Even 80s hairstyles flipped up. So that was the main difference between 60s and 70s, is the way the curls went. They went from going towards the face or towards the neck to away from the face and away from the neck. If I don't make total sense, I'm sorry, but that's basically what it looks like. I just flipped it up. Be careful not to burn your ears or your scalp if this is your first time using a curling iron. And I set my curling iron to the second highest heat because I do color my hair. If you color your hair, you never want to put your iron on the highest heat because it just adds damage to your hair. Alright, I left it on there for a good 10 to 12 seconds, and you end up with a ringlet like this, but that's okay. And then you just want to move to the next section. And after you do it all the way to here, to the back of your neck, you're going to take some hairspray and hairspray those curls to make sure they hold when you go to the next section. So here we go. Down with the side, so I'm just going to gently spray those curls, just a little spritz. We'll really douse it once I'm finished totally. Make sure all of that hair fits on the barrel. And you see how close I am to the scalp, but there's no real contact. Now we're going to get the second, my tease brush, or you can use your fingers, whichever you prefer, whatever tools you have handy. Okay. Got that. Okay, so clearly I have all of my hair curled upwards. And now they look sort of like ringlets because some of my hair is longer, some of it's shorter. The shorter parts are curling up. The longer ones, it looks like it's curling out, but they're actually curling up. It's just the weight of the hair makes it look like ringlets. So you have it like this. Now what you want to do is you either take your fingers, which I have short stubby fingers, so I'm not very good at it, but you can run your fingers through your hair to separate the curls a little bit, or you can use a wide tooth comb. I think this one's from the dollar store. And just very carefully go through it. Because remember, you just sprayed hairspray on all these individual curls. And since these curls go up on the sides of your face, if you have like bangs like I do that sweep down like this, you can sweep over like this and it creates that shape right there. And then for the curls that go up and you want volume to go up, you comb up from underneath. Now, if you did curls like Hollywood waves and you curled them down, you would go down. But since I curled up and I want my hair to be see, like I did there. I do have some shorter layers on top. I don't know why. I don't remember getting those, but it could be from damage. I'm just lightly combing it through just to keep them from frizzing too much. But as you can see, I'm kind of just making them meld together with the comb. And you don't need anything else but this white comb. You don't need anything else but this wide comb and hairspray for this part. So you're good to go. So obviously I can't see these sides or the back, so I'm just gonna look with the little vanity mirror. The back looks okay. There's a little part of it that's just not wanting to go, but you know what? It's the back of her head. Who cares? Anyone who stares at the back of their head too long, creep anyways, right? So I'm just gonna tease that up a little bit more. And if you don't like how flat this lands right here, you can always go back in with a teasing brush and tease underneath. So I'm just going through making sure that my curls are working. There's still this one that just does not want to work, but that's okay. We can work with that. Okay. That just means I didn't curl a big enough chunk. I curl it too thinly. That's okay, we can fix that. And I'm just teasing it a little bit more either way, because 70s, it wasn't about perfection. It was about volume. It was leading into the 80s where volume, and more volume was the way to go. Just look at old 80s hairbands, you'll get it. All right. So this side is always perfect. I don't know why, but this side always cooperates. This side, not so much, which doesn't make sense because I'm right hand dominant and this is my right side. Who knows, but the thing about hair and makeup that you have to always remember is that it's fixable. I've got that going. I've got my little Chi hairspray like I showed you. This is maximum hold. The L'Oreal L hairspray. is more for just holding the curl till you mold it to what you want, and then this is just to hold it afterwards. So I am spraying underneath, because that's usually the place that frizzes that most people forget. I'm spraying under here. Now, if you want a little more volume up here, which I'm all for, but I don't want to spend 2 hours tomorrow trying to get all the teasing out of my roots, but if you're okay with doing that, which a lot of people are, you just take your teasing brush and you would take little sections and you would just hairspray it and then tease it until it is to your liking, or you can use a volumizing spray. You don't have to use hairspray. You can use whatever you want as long as it keeps the hold on the teasing. But this is good enough for me. This is what I want. And I think it looks good.